In the quiet dawn of an American military base, the hum of engines breaks the stillness. Rows of armored vehicles line the horizon, their metal bodies catching the first light of the sun. Every soldier moves with precision, every motion practiced, a silent rhythm that tells of years of discipline. This is not just a base, it's the heartbeat of a force built to protect and to dominate when needed. From the deserts of Nevada to the forests of North Carolina, the United States Army trains to be ready for anything. Tanks like the M1 Abrams roar across rugged terrain, their sheer power shaking the ground beneath them. Inside, crews work in perfect sync, gunners, drivers, commanders, each one trusting the other with their life. Above them, drones hover silently, feeding live images back to command centers miles away. Technology and manpower, working as one. Out here, every exercise feels real because it has to be. The soldiers don't just train for war, they train for survival, for their brothers and sisters standing beside them. Communication is everything. Orders come crisp through the radio, responses sharper still. The U.S. military doesn't rely on fear, it thrives on readiness, precision, and unity. But the land is only one part of America's reach. When the call comes, the power of the sky answers. At nearby airfields, jets begin to awaken, F-22s and F-35s gleaming under the morning sun. Pilots step forward, helmets in hand, faces calm but focused. Their mission isn't just to fly. It's to guard the skies, to strike when needed, and to ensure that no threat ever reaches home soil. As engines thunder and the ground trembles, one truth becomes clear: this is more than machinery or might. This is a living force, the full strength of the United States, rising from land to sky. As the sun climbs higher, the roar of jet engines fills the air. The sky becomes a theater of motion, streaks of silver and steel cutting through clouds like lightning. The U.S. Air Force is not just flying, it's commanding the skies. From sprawling runways to secret bases hidden in remote deserts, every takeoff is a message: America's reach has no limits. Inside the cockpit of an F-35 Lightning II, the pilot's world is a digital battlefield. The helmet display merges reality with data, targets, weather, enemy signals, everything seen through a single glance. At 1,500 miles per hour, there's no room for hesitation. One decision can shift the course of an entire mission. Yet, through that speed and chaos, there's calm. These pilots are trained not just to react, but to anticipate, to think 3 steps ahead of any threat. High above the clouds, refueling tankers stretch the lifeline of flight. Without them, the sky's dominance would fade. And beyond even that, satellites orbit silently, unseen sentinels, feeding intelligence to those below. Every signal, every radar ping, every whisper of danger is tracked. Back on the ground, airmen monitor screens glowing with motion, each blip representing a life, a machine, a mission. Communication flows seamlessly from control towers to aircraft thousands of miles away. It's a symphony of precision and timing. The power of the U.S. Air Force isn't just in its speed, it's in its unity. When the command "Go" echoes through the channel, the sky answers. Jets peel off in formation, heading toward distant training ranges. Missiles lock, targets vanish, and within moments, the air returns to silence. Only contrails remain, thin white scars written across the blue. From land to sky, America's strength continues to unfold. And this, as powerful as it seems, is only the beginning of what lies above and beyond. Far from the noise of jets and tanks, beneath the endless blue of the ocean, another world moves in silence. Here, power hides in the deep. The U.S. Navy patrols waters that never sleep, submarines gliding like shadows, destroyers cutting through waves with unstoppable grace. What the world sees above is only half the story. What lies beneath defines true control. Inside a Virginia-class submarine, every sound matters. A creak, a hum, even a whisper can echo for miles underwater. The crew speaks softly, their focus sharp. Sonar pings sweep the darkness, mapping what eyes can't see. Nuclear-powered engines hum quietly, driving the vessel through unseen depths for months without surfacing. It's a silent guardian, carrying enough power to change the course of history, yet designed never to be found. Above the surface, aircraft carriers stand as floating fortresses. Massive decks stretch the length of city blocks, carrying fleets of fighter jets ready to launch at a moment's notice. On board, thousands of sailors move with precision, fueling, repairing, coordinating, a city at sea, always in motion. When one carrier sails, the world notices. It's not just a ship, it's a statement of presence. Across distant oceans, destroyers and cruisers form protective lines, their radar domes scanning horizons for any threat. Together, they turn the ocean into an invisible wall, a shield that protects allies and warns enemies. Every sailor knows their role, every mission connects to a greater purpose, keeping the world's sea lanes open and the peace secure. In the deep, a submarine adjusts its course, its captain watching a sonar pulse fade into quiet. Above, a carrier group moves toward the rising sun. Between them lies thousands of miles of water, and the strength of a nation that rules both land and sea. While the world watches the skies and seas, another battlefield exists, one that can't be seen, only felt. In the digital realm, the U.S. Cyber Command and Space Force operate quietly, guarding against enemies that never show their faces. Every second, data moves through invisible highways, carrying secrets, strategies, and lives. And within that stream, a hidden war rages, fought not with bullets, but with code. In a secure underground facility, rows of glowing monitors illuminate the faces of analysts and cyber warriors. They watch for signs of intrusion, strange traffic patterns, unauthorized access, a single signal that doesn't belong. One keystroke here could prevent a missile launch there. The stakes are global, the timeline measured in milliseconds. Defense and offense are one and the same. Above them, far beyond the clouds, satellites orbit silently. Each one is an eye, a communicator, a shield. The U.S. Space Force ensures that those satellites, the heartbeat of modern warfare, remain secure and operational. GPS, communication, missile tracking, everything relies on what floats in that endless black expanse. Losing even one could mean losing the advantage. Together, cyber and space are the invisible armor of the United States. They see what others can't, strike before threats appear, and connect every soldier, sailor, and pilot across the globe. A radar blip, a data spike, a coded message, nothing escapes their reach. Back on the ground, the hum of machines continues. Screens refresh, alerts fade, calm returns. Another threat neutralized before it ever saw daylight. And yet, every analyst knows, the next wave is already forming somewhere out there. In this silent war, victory is never permanent, only protected. From land to sea, from sky to the stars, America's defense now extends beyond the physical world. It's everywhere, unseen, but always ready. Night falls again over the American horizon. Across the land, from distant bases to aircraft carriers at sea, a quiet strength hums beneath the stars. Every branch, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, stands connected like parts of one living machine. The U.S. military doesn't rest, because peace itself demands constant vigilance. What began on the ground now stretches across oceans, skies, and space, a network of power built not only on might, but on purpose. In the barracks, soldiers clean their rifles with steady hands. On a ship's deck, sailors scan the horizon. In command rooms lit by blue screens, officers review intelligence from half a world away. Each one knows their role may never be seen by the public, but together, their actions keep the nation safe. The heartbeat of America's defense isn't found in the roar of engines, it's in the discipline, unity, and sacrifice of those who serve. Far above, jets streak across the night, their afterburners glowing like comets. Beneath the waves, submarines continue their silent patrols. In orbit, satellites glint faintly, carrying data between continents. The system moves as one, precise, patient, unstoppable. And when danger rises, when the world trembles and allies call, the United States answers. Not with fear, but with resolve. Its soldiers stand not to conquer, but to protect, to ensure that freedom's light, once lit, never fades into darkness.